What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of our FIFA 17 Retro Career Mode here as we build up to the release of FC 26. Unfortunately, today, as you've probably noticed, is a much shorter video and is a post-commentary because for some reason, annoyingly, the audio went all weird when I finished recording. It was fine to start with, and then it all of a sudden went super fast. I sounded like Alvin the Chipmunks, and the audio had sped up by 100 and I couldn't slow it down and retrieve it. So unfortunately today is a post-com with just the key highlights from the game, so I do apologise for that. Hopefully it's better next time out. But today we have Tottenham at home and West Ham away. Hopefully continuing our really good start to the season. As you can see there, top of the league, 5 games, 4 wins. It's been an incredible start from us in the Premier League. Some narrow wins, some really good wins, some lucky wins as well, but we will absolutely take it as, well, a lot of the big teams just have not got going yet at all. But Tottenham and West Ham, as you'd see, probably the two toughest tests so far in terms of a single episode. Tottenham were first up, and of course this is the Pochettino Tottenham side, so the peak of Tottenham, you could say, in recent years. And they did get off to a good start. 60 minutes in, Ben Davies and Harry Kane linking up really, really well to give Tottenham the lead on the 16th minute. This was really frustrating, actually, because you'll have noticed they went down our right-hand side. Fabio was off the pitch with an injury at this point. So we were down to 10 men. There was no right back on the pitch. Tottenham exploited that space down the right. And it was a good underlapping run by Ben Davies. A good finish too. So really unlucky and really frustrating that that happened while we were a man light on that very side of the pitch. But we reacted really well. George Friend put this wonderful cross in. Adama Traore with the header. And as I was celebrating, the referee's flag went up. And you will see how tight this was. He's offside, and he's offside by about a heel. A heel, if that. It was such a tight call. I had to look at the instant replay because it was that tight. Unfortunately, Adama was fractionally offside. We had a really good first half performance though. We were the better side. We created the more openings without really testing Lloris. Tottenham didn't do all that much other than their goal. I thought we gave them a really, really good game and a competitive first half. Darun had a header from just inside the box to end the half. Sadly, we weren't able to get back into the game, even though I thought we put up a valiant first half performance against Tottenham. It was a more even second half though, where you could arguably they created the better of the opportunities. Kyle Walker played this in to Harry Kane, whose shot was a pretty tame one into the hands of Victor Valdez. They kept us at arm's length for most of the half. You'll see here this clearance went straight to Christian Eriksen, who tried to find the bottom corner. That one whistled wide on what was a very, very wet surface. And that was the story of the second half, really. They had probably the slightly better opportunities. We had half chances here and there. But once Tottenham got themselves in front, it was always going to be difficult to peg them back. Harry Kane, though, we did keep him quiet. He was limited to speculative efforts on goal. There was one from just outside the box as he sent that one to the right of Victor Valdez's goal. And that was pretty much all she wrote. We just could not get through the Tottenham rear guard. We couldn't break them down. Didn't quite have the quality on the day. And annoyingly, we were beaten by the one single goal in the first half, the only chance they really had, and it was while we had no right back on the pitch. So a frustrating 1-0 defeat you see there, though. We had 6 shots, 3 on targets. They're 5 and 3 on target, so we more than put up a solid fight against Tottenham. Just come out on the wrong side of that one. And then we went to West Ham, where we made one change. We put Stuani up front for Negredo. And we had a very big chance early on, 20 minutes in. Fabio chested down a cross from Adama Traore. And it was very well saved by Adrian. The chest probably took the ball a little bit too far to his left. And he maybe could have found the corner instead of shooting a bit too straight at Adrian. But then, shortly after, Clayton did that. He struck from 25, 30 yards out. We played a short free kick. And I thought, sod it. Adam Clayton, he's never scored a long shot in his life. It's probably going to leave the stadium. It found the top corner. It was an outstanding strike by our centre midfielder. And it was the least we deserved. We created some good chances. There was another highlight I couldn't quite find, but Ben Gibson forced a really good save from Adrian from a corner as well. So we were knocking on the door. We were the better side. West Ham offered absolutely nothing going forwards. They were so blunt up top, it was untrue. And it was a matter of when and not if we found the lead, and what a way to get it from such a fantastic strike from Adam Clayton. We had one more opportunity before the end of the half. Fabio latched onto a ball that was intercepted at first, but his finish was high and wide and really, really poor. But we kept knocking on the door in the second half. This cross was punched out. George Friend had a lot of the goal to aim at and still somehow found the goalkeeper. Another good move built up down the right. Adama laying off Ramirez, who cut onto his left foot, hit the post, and Stuani missed the goal completely. Doesn't want to see that one again. There could have been a goal on top of the goal and it still would not have went in. He just lashed at it. We should have took a touch, really. That was a bit of an embarrassing one. I worried it might come back to haunt us as we just could not quite put West Ham away, despite them not really creating anything. Ramirez had a free kick that was straight at the goalkeeper. They did have this chance on the 72nd minute. A cross come in and Andy Carroll hit the post in what was West Ham's first real attempt on goal at all. And I really did worry we were going to be made to pay for not really putting West Ham away. But luckily for us, we kept them limited to not very much. Another speculative effort from miles out there from Carroll on the 76th minute, as you can see, was high and wide. Of the target, we had one more big chance in the 87th minute, a counter-attack as West Ham pushed men forward. We played in Victor Fisher. I thought he'd finish the game, but Adrian was there to make his third big save of the match, fourth big save. We really should have put the game away in that moment, but it was a good save from Adrian. But thankfully for us, it was enough, and we held on to what in the end was a comfortable and deserving 1-0 win at West Ham, and we bounced back from the Tottenham defeat really, really well. And that's where it leaves us then. We're third in the Premier League. 5 wins, 2 draws. Palace and Swansea are joint top. Spurs are just behind us. It's crazy how many big sides in the league, Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, City, are nowhere. It really is a crazy Premier League season so far, and one we will continue to hopefully take advantage of. But that's today's episode, guys. Once again, a huge apologies that the audio seemed to screw up mid-record and I couldn't retrieve it. Hopefully it won't happen again in the next one. But if you've enjoyed this video, guys, hit a like on the video, subscribe for more, and leave me a comment in the section below with your thoughts. And we will be back next time for what I believe is Watford and maybe a trip to Arsenal as well. So another tough episode coming up in the next one. But if you've enjoyed it, like the video, support the channel, keep the likes and the love coming as we get closer to FC 26. And I'll see you all in the next one.